Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. I'm Sarina Hartz, and I am one of the Warrior Goddess mentors and the community magic maker at Warrior Goddess and Heather Ash Amara. And I am here this morning as part of our election love streaming. We had such a fabulous day yesterday. Thank you so much for those of you who joined us. And I'm looking forward to a full day again today. So, yesterday we really focused on grounding into our being and getting into nature. Um, we had a little bit of conversation just about how tired and tense we may feel, how tense our muscles may be, how tired our bones are. And today, what I'd like to focus on is the practice of metta and opening our hearts. So, one of the things about being a warrior goddess is that we want to love unconditionally. And that doesn't mean that we have to like everyone or that we even have to be friends or hang out with people, with everyone. However, um, what we want to focus on is that anything that moves through our being out to someone else is something that we're taking in first. And so we want to come from this really true place of unconditional love and to really be present in our day to day workings and notice the places where we do close and to do our best to breathe into those places and really open to our closure. So, this early morning, it's 4 a.m. where I'm tuning in live from Texas. And for some of you, it might be middle of the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, or it might even be yesterday, depending on where you are. And for others of you, it might be 8 o'clock in the morning, um, or 4 p.m. I know my relatives in Thailand, it's already afternoon there. So, what we're going to do is the metta practice, and I'm going to read a little bit from Warrior Goddess Training about metta so that we can just start from the same place, and then I'll walk us through the practice. And if you have Warrior Goddess Training by Heather Ashamara near you, I'm going to be on page 98, starting. Practicing metta, loving kindness. There's a beautiful ancient Buddhist meditation called metta, or loving kindness. This is a great warrior goddess heart practice that will have a huge impact on your heart. The goal of practicing metta is to help you reverse your programming so you can open your heart rather than close it. The practice of metta involves 4 steps. First, you start by sending loving kindness to yourself. Then you send loving kindness to a family member or dear friend. Next, you send loving kindness to an acquaintance or someone you are neutral about. And the final step is to send loving kindness to someone you dislike or feel resentful towards. Sending loving kindness is kind of like sending someone a blessing or positive intention or a prayer that this person experience only love and bounty in life. As you can imagine, it is much easier to do for a dear friend or family member than it is someone you dislike. This begs the question, why would you want to feel loving towards someone you don't agree with, or towards someone who wronged or betrayed you, or towards someone doing atrocious acts? Because any energy you send out goes through your own physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual being first. So when you send out judgment, you're feeding yourself judgment. When you send out hatred, You're actually bathing all of your cells in hatred before it goes anywhere. The only outcome of this is more deep-rooted self-hatred and judgment. But when you send out love, you experience that love as well. For example, after taking the first 3 steps of metta, I chose a political figure I strongly disliked for step 4. I put a picture of this person in my room and practiced metta each time I saw the photo. Because my desire to open my heart was bigger than my desire to hold blame and separation toward another human, I eventually was able to send this person loving kindness. Now, when I see a photo of this particular person, my heart opens. I still don't agree with them, but I no longer withhold my love to myself by not loving them. For many women, it is easier to start your metta practice first with someone you love, move to someone you feel neutral about, and then bring loving kindness to yourself. That's because so often women have deeply buried self-loathing. Practicing loving kindness with someone who opens your heart first, and then with someone you are neutral about, lays the groundwork for bringing that same loving kindness to yourself and gently erasing, layer by layer, any self-rejection or self-hatred. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with someone that we feel deeply in love with, that we cherish. And that can be a child, it can be kittens, it can be a parent or just a beloved that you have, a best friend, doesn't matter, but someone that you feel really strongly about. And so you're going to feel that love. You're going to feel it radiating from you. And then we're going to let go of the image of um, that being. And you're just going to feel your love because that's what it is, right? Anytime we're feeling anything, that's ours. And so feel your love. And then we'll move towards someone that we just kind of like. And then we'll move to something that's neutral. That can be a stranger, um, just someone that you're like, nah, okay. And then we'll gently move ourself over the next 20 or 30 minutes or so towards someone that we actively dislike and someone maybe we even hate. And we'll continue to do this practice. So we'll hold up the being that we are feeling love towards or feeling like or neutrality or hatred towards. We'll let go of them and we're going to feel just our love. And we'll keep doing this. And so what we're doing is we're running love energy through our systems. And the reason that I chose this practice for today is because there has been so much animosity and separation. There's been so much dissonance and judgment, so many feelings, rage, around the election. And for me, this practice is something that I started. I started it when I first read the book, but this go around, I started this about a month ago, and I would wake up in the morning, or I would practice it before I went to bed, and I would really just keep sending love through my system because I could just feel how much I've been struggling. And so when Heather Ash and I were talking about creating election love streaming, I was like, I want to do a metta practice really early in the morning. And then this is something that you can keep doing throughout the day today. So don't think that, and for the rest of your life if you want. So this doesn't have to be just today. And I'm gonna get a thing of water because my throat's starting to get kind of raspy. Because I just woke up. Okay. I'll read the rest after we finish the practice. Okay. So to start the practice, get comfortable wherever you are. And so That may mean laying down if that feels good to you. It might be sitting up. For me, that means making sure that my spine is in integrity. So, feeling like there's a string being pulled up and that everything is in integrity. Making sure my shoulders are down. So it helps me to close my eyes. You can focus on a candle if you want, gently look off to the side so you're not staring at the bright screen, but getting comfortable with yourself. Let's just do a short grounding to start too. So taking a deep breath into your body. Big exhale. Take another deep breath in. And finding this stillness within yourself. Below the chaos of our mind and everything that's going on in the outside world. Finding a space of peacefulness and tranquility. And imagining out of the base of your spine that a taproot drops into the earth. And it goes down deep, deep, deep into the earth. Really anchors you in. We're going to breathe into our hearts just to wake them up, just to feel their presence, and to connect deeply with your heart. Say hello. And you might notice that your heart feels tender or closed off. That's okay. Just imagining gently opening it up like a lily opening. Very gently. And then when you're ready, start your metta practice. Calling up an image of something that you love and cherish so dearly. So that may be yourself, it may be a basket of kittens, it might be your beloved or your child, it might be your best friend. But calling in that image and then just feel the love that you have for them. Allow that love to radiate through your entire body, feeling your cells wake up, get excited, allowing that love to just flow through you, to every fiber of your being. And when you're ready, releasing the image of this thing that you love and cherish, but keep feeling the love. Keep feeling it at that level, radiating through your cells, knowing that this is your love. Beautiful. And when you're ready, calling up someone that you just kind of like, they're okay. You don't dislike them. You don't even feel neutral about them, but you don't love them with the biggest part of your heart yet. So just pulling up someone that you kind of like. And when you have that someone, begin to send them the same quality of love you are sending to that person you adore. Allowing your love to spill out of you, to fill up their cup. Wishing them, blessing them, praying. And then letting go of their image. And again, just feeling that high quality, unconditional love. Your love. And when you're ready, calling up someone that you're neutral about and sending them that same quality of adoration and unconditional love that you are calling up at the very beginning. So this might be a stranger or someone you don't even really know. And just beaming unconditional love towards them, blessing their life, wishing the best for them. And then letting go of that image when you're ready. And just feeling that love again, allowing it to course through you. Next, calling up someone that you actively dislike. It may not even be a strong dislike, but just someone that you dislike. Maybe it's someone that cut you off in traffic or someone from your younger years that wasn't particularly nice to you. Might be a neighbor or friend. And then allowing your love to pour through you and send it out to them. Keep breathing, continuing to open to any places you might be closing and send them unconditional love from your authentic heart to their authentic heart. From your unique ray of light to theirs. And even if this is challenging, just keep breathing. Keep bringing that same quality of love. And when you're ready, letting go of that image of someone you actively dislike and keep feeling that same love that you've been feeling, that great big love. And when you're ready, choosing someone that you despise, that you feel disgusted by, or that you hate. And this might be someone who's wronged you, or your family, or your beloveds. It might be someone that you've never met, but represent something that you're strongly against. It might be a political figure or a party. It might be yourself. But breathing deep into your heart and sending love, unconditional love, that same quality you're sending to someone that you adore, to this being. And if you're struggling, just keep breathing, keep bringing yourself back to your intent of sending unconditional love. Beautiful. And releasing that image. And putting your hands on your heart. Really feel that adoration, that same quality of beautiful, big, unconditional love allowing it to once again radiate through all the pieces of your being, all the cells and molecules, sending it to your tired bones, sending it to all the places you're tense, all the places that are distracting and loud. And as you hold and feel this quality of love, continuously feeding it through your system, allowing it to radiate out like a pebble being dropped into a pond. As the ripples move out, imagining that that love continues to move out from you throughout today, throughout this week and this month, as we move into the holidays, and really for the rest of your life. Allowing yourself to come back to this place and practice loving. And when you're ready, putting one hand on your heart and one hand on your low belly. And really just committing to love, to being a part of this warrior goddess revolution where we love unconditionally so we can get free and then give back. When you're ready, gently opening your eyes and bringing yourself present here. So that is our metta practice, dear ones. Oh, I'm going to finish with another reading from Heather Ash in that same chapter. The practice of loving kindness reinforces the idea that it's not our hatred or judgment that brings positive change to the world. It is our presence and capacity to love unconditionally that does so. Choosing to be compassionate towards someone does not mean you agree with their actions. It means your authentic heart honors their authentic heart. Another benefit of metta is that you will begin to unwind the places you feel judged and victimized by others, or where you have judged. As you practice and bring the simple, loving presence of your heart forward, separation begins to dissolve, and compassionate awareness takes the place of the voices of judgment and victimization. An important note to all of you with a tendency to people please. Coming from your heart does not mean you take care of everyone around you. Caretaking is actually a disrespectful habit based out of our unwillingness to be uncomfortable and our arrogance that we know what is best for others. The loving kindness meditation is a healing warrior goddess act of honoring everyone for where they are instead of trying to fix them. Do this practice over and over again, starting with someone you love, then moving to someone you are neutral about, then to yourself, then to someone you dislike. If you get stuck, go back a step and anchor the feeling of loving kindness into your heart again. You are rewiring yourself from the inside out, and doing so involves the practice of loving kindness via this exercise or something like it, not just thinking about it as a concept. Opening your heart involves breaking old habits born out of fear and illusion and transforming them into new practices of radical self honoring and loving kindness. Move toward repeatedly sending loving kindness to yourself so that with each breath, your heart pumps compassion, self acceptance, and love through every molecule in your being. Thank you, Heather Ash, for these wise words. And dear ones, as we move through today, there are going to be things that are going to try to take you out. We have them every day, but maybe especially today. And so I want to share with you what I shared with my students yesterday, which is do something for you today. Maybe that's taking a mental health day off work, or maybe it's going to vote. Maybe it is focusing on being with your family or your beloveds, or doing an act of service. But the actions that we take today and every day are the ripples that move out into the world. And you can be an agent of change in that way, just by living your life, by choosing your actions consciously, by being respectful, by being loving, and knowing that we don't have to like everyone. And that's okay too, to not judge ourselves or victimize ourselves about that, or to judge anyone else about it. So, sending prayers and blessings to each and every one of you. Oh, and as part of our loving kindness practice, I will show you the secret Toltec practice of Toltec kisses, which is take your hands, go like this, and then give them to yourself, and then give them to the world. So you can do that throughout the day if you need a laugh or a little bit of lightheartedness. Super secret. And you can share it with others too. So deep love and gratitude to each of you for being here, and we will see you later. Bye.